Sean, what we're going to do is we are going to enforce the law regardless of what they do. Look at it out there. It looks like a third world country, and it's not. It's the United States of America. We are not standing for it. Donald Trump won't stand for it. And something else tonight, look at all those great men and women in the LAPD. We are going to protect them. If they will not protect them and prosecute people that abuse the LAPD in terms during a civil unrest under 18 U.S.C. 231, we can prosecute federally people who assault state law enforcement officers with a maximum of 5 years in prison, and we are going to do it. We are going to prosecute them federally. If California won't protect their law enforcement, we will protect the LAPD and the sheriff's office out there. Not only that, we have 9 open cases right now and more to come on assaulting federal officers. The Molotov cocktail cases that you've seen, we've charged 1, more to come, 3 outstanding. The looters, you saw they began to loot last night, going into 7-Elevens, going into drugstores. Typically, you don't charge those. We do under federal law now. Under the Hobbs Act, we are charging robbery. You loot a business in California, you are looking at maximum of 20 years in prison. You spit on a federal law enforcement officer, no more. As President Trump said, you spit, we hit. Get ready. If you spit on a federal law enforcement officer, we are going to charge you with a crime federally. You are looking at up to 5 years maximum in prison. The cinder block case, Sean. Remember that case? We have breaking news right now. The case where the guy was breaking up the cinder blocks and he was throwing them at police cars. The police officer, the federal officer had injured his hand. He was wearing a mask. The FBI has identified him. Bill Isaly, our incredible U.S. attorney out there working with ATF, DEA, and the FBI have been doing a remarkable job. That guy has just been identified, and they are doing a search warrant on his house as we speak. And he has been identified. See his face. He is going to be on, his name is Reyes. He is going to be on the most wanted list. You have broken the news. His face is out there right now. That's him. He has been identified by great police work by the FBI. So you can run. You can't hide. We are coming after you federally. If you assault a police officer, if you rob a store, if you loot, if you spit on a police officer, we're coming after you.
Okay, I want to be very clear. You said a lot there, Pam. There's a lot that I didn't know that the federal government had authority on. There is a federal law against hurting state law enforcement. So if California won't do their job, remember back in 2020, with 574 riots, we had 24 dead Americans, thousands of injured cops, pelted, very similar, bricks, rocks, bottles, Molotovs, cocktails. They didn't do a good job in Oakland. They didn't do a good job in other parts of the country. If you spit at officers, or in this case, you now have apparently a good lead, and you're going after this guy. There were a number of people throwing cinder blocks and big ones at patrol cars. You're saying that federally speaking, it doesn't matter what the state of California do. And how big an issue is the supremacy clause in terms of who has jurisdiction here?
We have jurisdiction. And under 18 U.S.C. 231, we are going to go after you if you assault an LAPD officer, if you assault a deputy. We are going to go after you. If 3 or more persons in the course of civil disobedience injure or hurt a law enforcement officer, what's going on right now, you're watching that, we are going to prosecute you. No longer will you be left out alone in the cold, what they've been doing to them. If California won't protect state officers, we will. They're rioting out there, and our great men and women in the FBI, they have a command center set up. And again, look at the guy with the mask who we got tonight. We have identified him. Our FBI agents, our U.S. attorney, they have been working around the clock. We've all been on the phone with them all day long, and we're coming after you, and we will find you. The mask won't protect you. Technology is amazing right now. We are tracking you. We will find you, and you will go to jail, and we will prosecute you federally.
You know, Pam, I was listening earlier today or over the weekend, and I felt so sad for the LAPD chief. And he was out there saying, we are being overwhelmed by riots. This is the opposite. This is the antithesis of what the governor out there has been saying, what the mayor of Los Angeles has been saying. And he talked about the danger of that his officers out there are facing. I want people to listen because they've been lied to. Oh, they were told by Cory Booker, Maxine Waters, and Kamala Harris, and by, Gavin Newsom on MSDNC and local media. Oh, they're mostly peaceful. Well, let's listen to the LAPD chief.
We are overwhelmed as far as the number of people out there engaged in this type of activity and the type of things that they're doing. They'll take backpacks, and the backpack will have a cinder block in it. They have a hammer, and they'll break up the cinder block and use that, pass it around to throw at officers, to throw at cars, and throw at other people. We've seen people with hammers, and you've broadcasted, breaking the bollards behind the federal building and taking the rocks, if you will, or pieces of concrete, and throwing them at officers. We've had liquid of who knows what description thrown at officers.
Cinder blocks, liquids, hammers, Molotov cocktails. It seems to me that the president really had two choices here. Allow this to disintegrate, and I don't know how many people die. I don't know how many cops or law enforcement would be injured, and then act, or knowing that they have sanctuary city handcuffs on local law enforcement, act now and get involved early and hopefully save lives. If this continues, people will die. And I already have said on this program, Pam, many times that Mayorkas, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, they have blood on their hands. Those people that lied to the American people as 12, 14, whatever the number is, illegal immigrants coming into this country, they have blood on their hands. We have known terrorists in this country, Iranian hit squads in this country. I'm sure you, Cash, and Dan Bongino dealing with this every single day. And it really is unfathomable to me that murderers, rapists, cartel members, gang members, how do we find them all and get rid of them all? And why are Democrats putting their so-called rights above the safety of their own citizens? I don't get it.
Yeah, and Sean, the police chief also said in that press conference, the feds don't mess around, and he's right. Secretary Noem, Secretary Hegseth, Stephen Miller and I were with President Trump today in the Oval Office. We were talking about this, we were discussing this, and we are lockstep together in protecting our citizens and getting these illegal aliens and these criminals out of our country. They think they can run to California and hide from the law. You've seen all the violent offenders that have been arrested in California. They can't. We are going to arrest you, we are going to prosecute you, or we are going to deport you. And we are also going to back the blue. President Trump gave us a very clear directive, make America safe again. And that's what we're doing, not just for California, but for all Americans. And we are going to continue to do that and protect our great country, and especially the men and women in uniform who go out every single day to keep us safe. None of them deserve what is going on right now. Look at that graphic. Look what they are going through right now. But we are going to do everything in our power to protect them.
All right, Pam Bondi, we really appreciate